Much of the world's attention is focused right now on Japan's nuclear power and the dangers that come with it. For some, Albuquerque's nuclear museum is the place to be for answers. In fact, the increased interest has attendance skyrocketing. Here's News 13's Jeff Todd.
It's an affiliate of the Smithsonian Institute, but the devastation in Japan could be one reason that the National Museum of Nuclear Science and History saw 3 times the patrons it sees on an average weekend.
We cover all matters nuclear.
This weekend turned out to be one of the most successful for the National Museum of Nuclear Science and History. One employee told us usually Sundays are sleepy and quiet, but this weekend, after news about a possible nuclear meltdown in Japan, the museum has been packed.
I've talked to 1 or 2 people today, and that certainly was a factor in them deciding that today was the day for their visit.
It was just part of the reason David Ramos showed up today.
I have a son in Japan, and he's already 16, and it's pretty much worrisome because of the earthquake that just happened.
David said his son is going to be okay, but it was his curiosity that brought him here.
I just wanted to actually see part of the history of the nuclear museum, and I wanted to see if what was our side of the story when it came to the Hiroshima and Nagasaki event that happened.
This really is the museum in the United States where people should come to understand a little more about nuclear topics.
The museum president says most people have probably been spending the most time in front of this exhibit, which shows off the different kinds of nuclear reactors, some similar to the one in Japan.
Probably the nearest thing would be probably something of this generation.
Visitors we spoke with said they didn't know what to expect when they arrived.
Yeah, I spent about 2 hours here, so it was definitely worth the $6, so I really enjoyed it.
Now, nuclear security experts think the threat of a meltdown could get worse in Japan. The International Atomic Energy Agency uses a 7-level scale to gauge how severe things are. To put Japan's crisis into perspective, Chernobyl topped the scale at a 7. 3 Mile Island here in the United States was at a 5. Japan is at a 4 right now, but experts think that it soon could become a 5 or worse if something doesn't change. Tim, back.